So with this, let's commence our session 3 today on entrepreneurship. And today, we are going to look forward on a specific concept of business plan. What is the business plan? What is the importance of this? Why do we need to really make a business plan in the industry? So these are something which is really a great point of attraction and a basic essential requirement for an entrepreneurship. You can say this is the foundation of entrepreneurship, basically. Without this, everything is just a talk. If you don't have a business plan, you don't have a foundation to your entrepreneurship. And that's really very critical and very important. So let's understand it, what it is exactly, business plan in the entrepreneurship umbrella. One of the famous personality, Benjamin Franklin, once said, if you fail to plan, then you have planned your failure. So, planning is highly essential component of business. Business planning is an essential tool that will allow you to make sound decisions, help you identify potential weaknesses, communicate your ideas with key people, and meet your business goals. A very comprehensive definition, but very meaningful. So business planning is a tool, an essential tool, which makes you to take the right decision or the sound decision, best possible decision. Help you identifying potential weaknesses. Nobody will come and tell you the business model which you are creating, what are the weaknesses. First, you have to identify potential weaknesses. Then you can do a SWOT analysis workshop to analyze your strengths and weaknesses. You can do a workshop for that. But before that, identify your weaknesses. Because the workshops cannot identify all the weaknesses. So first you identify. Communicate your ideas with the key people. Key people are all the stakeholders, you can say. Your investors, your sponsors, your team, who are going to give a daylight to your concept. So you have to communicate with the key people. And ultimately, create a business model which meets your business goals, your business objectives. And what is the benefit of this, doing this business planning? This process will save your time, money, and resources. Very basic statement, but very critical and important. See, when you plan anything, it's normally said in the project management, when you plan anything for 1 minute, if you invest your 1 minute on planning, it saves your 10 minutes in project execution. What is the meaning of that? You have to plan the things in advance, what you want to do. And when it saves your time during execution or the realization or the implementation, saving of time is not only the time saving, effort saving and capital saving, money saving. So the most important thing is this business planning process saves your time, money, and resources, which you are going to waste otherwise if you don't plan. And probably you may lose your objective also. You may not be on the track. With a business plan, you will quickly find out if your idea is strong enough to survive the market or required more resources. Very important point. You know what is your strength. Are you sustainable? Are you workable, first of all? Are you sellable? Is your business plan is your business product is sellable in the market? Your services plan is sellable in the market or not? So it gives you the clear blueprint of your success or failure. That's what we learn from the business plan. And that is what business plan effectively act as a tool to identify a real blueprint of your business model. Because when you do when you want to create a business model, you invest time, you invest capital, you invest human resources. If they don't see a daylight, they are waste. So the lean approach get missed out during this process. So it's better to have a clear understanding of your strengths and weaknesses through the business plan highway. We continue under more better understanding of the business plan. A business plan is the foundation of your business. I told in the beginning that the entrepreneurship foundation is what? Business plan. A business plan is the foundation of your business, and it serves as a guide to how to structure, run, and grow your entity. So it's your guide, it's your mentor. Correct? How to structure, how to, once structure is done, how to operate it, how to run, and how to grow as a brand image. Everybody does a business, but an entrepreneur with an entrepreneurship journey and the imbibe characteristics want to be at the top of the business, what they're doing it. We saw yesterday in session 2 this statement, correct? So to grow your entity and to maintain your entity, brand image, branding, confidence in the demand curve, confidence in the buyers. The business plan is a written tool about your business that projects years ahead and outline the path your business intends to take to make money and grow revenues. Another definition, it's a written tool. There's nothing called only talk. No. What you think, you write. So it becomes a written tool. It becomes your standard operating procedures, SOPs. It becomes a written document of your business development plan, business growth curve. So the business plan is a written tool about your business that projects years ahead and outline the path your business intends to take, make money and grow revenue. You have a growth curve. Simply, today you are doing a business, say for example, and you are manufacturer of cement in any region of the world. And you are holding 10% market share. But you have a plan. By the way, today you are holding 10% market share and today you are already doing a production of cement. That means even to reach this stage, you already wrote a business plan in the history. There's no doubt about it. You're not reached to this position without writing a business plan, for sure. But you have a growth curve plan. And what is that? You want to increase your market share in next 5 years to 50%. So your business plan advises you or guide you what you should do to be a 50% market share holding, to increase your holding. So business plan is not for today or for a short duration. You can write a business plan for short duration if you are planning to do a business for 3-4 years duration. But no, if your business is designed for 20 years life cycle, so the business plan guides you that after 5 years, how you are going to increase your production capacities, how you are going to increase your market share, what will be your strategy. So the business plan document is your key philosophy or a future philosophy, even including your life cycle of the business, what you have thought. If you thought of for 20 years, you are going to write a business plan for 20 years. And how you'll grow in the next 20 years, that's your call. But it does not mean that you don't revisit your business plan after that. If you have a plan to grow and you want to continue beyond 20 years, update your business plan to support your further progression in the business for next 50 years. It happens. It happens. Because you created the brand image and now the demand curve is not allowing you to get out of the business market. So you will continue with your brand image. A very simple understanding in the third bullet. This document will often end up being more than 20 pages by end of your research. However, business plan allows owners, stakeholders, and investors to discover whether the venture idea is likely to succeed, predicts profit, and much more. See, basically, you have a plan to do a business, correct? So you are creating a business plan. But there are persons who need this document to get a confidence that what they're investing, their investment will fetch a good return for them because they will be investors. And that investor could be your owners or angel investors, venture capitalists, or the stakeholders. And your predicted profit, how much profit you are going to make. Because everybody has their own interest in your business. Your investor has an interest at what return they are going to get, why they should invest in your business, and why not in another business. So you have to prove that you are going to give a sustainable return of 15% or 18%. Correct? So this document is being used as an attractive business model for even investors and for your owner also. Think of it as a living project for your business and not a one-time document. Yes, that is what I told. That it's a live document. We are respecting this document during the throughout business life cycle, project life cycle, product life cycle. And we keep updating it for improvisation. And it's not a one-time document. Now the question comes, how to write a business plan? Writing a business plan is easier than you may think. We will see in the couple of slides to come now, we'll see that how we write a business plan, and which is, let's not take it like something very hard task. Because there is no way out, you have to write it. As simple as that, okay? And there are many formats available. You can see there are many formats available to write the business plan. There are contents, what should be written there, they are available. So you can follow a business plan outline, or traditional formats are there that will make this process simple and effective. It will ensure to no stone is left unturned. Yes, that's a point important. Known, unknown, and unknown. Let's try to record whatever the best known for your business in this document. And make sure that we don't keep anything unknown. We don't keep anything which is not discussed about it and which could create a risk on our business. No, write it. Write all the problem statements. Write all the opportunity statements. Because that will be making your business model more sturdy, more confident to do a business. By reading through all of the possible sections to include in this document, you can quickly decide which are applicable to your business. Yeah, that's very important thing. A business plan, as I said, there are standard formats available, traditional formats available. But if the sections are not relevant to you, no need to write. Because it is in the traditional format of business plan, so I should write. No, it's not necessary. Skip that. No need to write. Write which is required for your business. Address which is required for your business. Mention everything which you feel is related to your business. So let's look for one sample configuration of the business plan document and what it contains and what we should write into it. Okay. Very important point. Nobody has the time to read a novel. So you got an opportunity to write a business plan. Don't make it a novel. It should be highly conclusive and it should be highly inclusive. It should include all the points and it should be conclusive also. Don't make it too lengthy. Write to the points. Describe the problem statements clearly. Describe the opportunity statements very clearly. Inclusive and conclusive. So let's see what the business plan includes. The first section, executive summary. And by the way, for 2 minutes, forget business plan. Take any document when we write, okay, any report we write. We always write an executive summary. First 1 or 2 pages of the document. And remember, this is the face of your document. You must write it so precisely, so meticulously this page, because recommendations and everything that may be at the end of the document, but the executive summary should include a high-level gains, high-level explanation of your business model, so that just investor can read your first 1 or 2 pages. The stakeholders can read 1 or 2 pages and they get inclined to read the whole document, or they take a decision, yes, let's go ahead, invest in this business. So executive summary is the face of your business plan. And a very concrete section to attract the stakeholders. So you have to be very meticulous while writing the executive summary. Generally in the executive summary, blah, 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 we write a lot of history. Don't write much history into it. Write what is your plan, what you want to do. Write the clear problem statement. Write the clear solutions for the problem statements. Write the opportunity statements clearly. So let's read the contents which is there on the slide, and we'll elaborate more on that. Describes business and explain why it will be successful. Right? Why you want to do this business? What is the problem statement you are seeing? And why it will be successful? What is an expected growth curve? What is an expected demand curve? And how, demonstrate how and why it will be you will find a success. So why is the first question. See, this is now why. Second is how. So why it is required and why it will be successful, and how it will be done and why you will find success. So how we are going to do. First is why, second is how. Executive summary should include your mission statement. What is your mission? Clearly. Your vision, mission, your strategy statement, your objectives, write that. A description of your product or service. Very clearly, what is your product? What you are going to sell, or what is your service? What is your service model? information about the leadership team. Who is going to lead this business model? Because investors want to see clearly who is the leader of this opportunity. Who is a solution provider for this problem statement? Information about the location and why it was chosen. Where you want to do. Why you want to do at that location. How it will be benefited. And include financial information and any growth plans you may have as well in case if you plan or acquiring financing for the businesses. This is the most important thing. Huh? You define why you want to do, how you will do, that is also you written. Then what is your product or service, that also you explain clearly. Who will do, that also you explain very clearly. And now it comes to the financial growth curve. That what is your demand curve and what is your financial information? What are your growth plans? I want to be acquiring 90% market share in next 5 years' time for this solution. Or I'm the first time solution provider. Nobody has provided so far in this region. It may be available anywhere in the world, but in this region, nobody is there. And even if somebody wants to bring the product from abroad and try to replace my competition, still it will not be successful because I have an edge over it. So you are writing your growth plans. And in case you plan or acquiring financing for the business, because ultimately you need finances. Everyone need a finance to scale their business. You can invest your capital in the start, but when it goes to the growth curve, you need a venture capitalist. You need a public investment, public domain investment. You need IPOs. So write your growth curve and write the expected financial growth and expected financial requirements for your business. So this broadly gives you an investor or anybody who is reading your executive summary, he gets a clear idea, a high level idea about your business model. Rest all he will understand because they are experts. They will read and they will understand what you wrote there. Has it make any sense or not? So that's why the executive summary is very important, very meticulous to be written to the very precise levels of understanding. Now it starts coming to little detailing. Business description and overview. Explain what problem your company solves, who are your audience or customer, and how you fulfill their needs. Now you are getting into more details of your problem statements here. Okay. And when you write a problem statement, you have to remember one point. It does not mean that you are the first one who is providing some solution to the society or your consumers. No. There may be already your competitors are there in the market. Okay. So you are not only studying the society problem statements, even the available solutions in the market also you are studying. And you are defining that even your competitiveness, why you are competitive, what advantage you are expecting, okay, what advantage you are bringing, what additional value addition you are doing to the society and to the customers. So the problem statements, demand curves, advantage of your product or your services over your competitors. Then you write your strength also. Expertise, unique positioning, location. So once you establish this thing, okay, in detail here, a little detail of the problem statements, advantage or competitors, strength, and what is the strength you possess? what research you have done, correct? So the research and all what you have done is very important. And you got a patent over it, for example, okay, and you got a patent for that solution. So nobody can hijack your idea, correct? So you have patent for that. So you are providing now a unique position, okay? And you have done such a great level of R&D, research and development, research and technology induction R&D. So you have done so much work on it that your unique solution is patented. And you see, even if a normal disruption come on the present business models of this industry, still you are able to sustain it for next 5 to 10 years time or 20 years time. That's your projection. So you are providing a sustainable solution, and you, from the legal perspective also, you have covered that you got a patent also for that services. Your positioning is also good because you have a good research team and they are the part of your co-founders also in your business model, correct? So this section demonstrates why your idea is sure to be a successful. So with all these comprehensive aspects, you have a good strength, you have a great solution, your solution is patented now. Okay, so nobody can, you can steal your ideas, correct? Now you are demonstrating that you have a foolproof success solution, sustainable success solution to the society or to the consumers. That is what you are establishing in this section. Third is market analysis. This section is must and allow you to obtain data that will identify trends. Now, somebody wants to read more into the business plan report. What is your, they want to understand what is your strength, like what is your backup, the thing which you're talking, what's all about it. So you are making a section called market analysis in your business plan. This section is must and allowed to obtain data that will identify the trends. What will be the trends, ongoing trends and future trends? Competitor analysis is also included here. You can elaborate more about your competitors in the market here. Industry analysis. How the industry will be working in this business environment and on this business domain. Okay. And what is an outlook? Because if the X-ray films or the mobile industry is going to migrate to the smart era, if you don't analyze that and you go with a conventional phone, you saw the mobile phone which came in the beginning. What it was exactly? Just a keypad, just to dial the numbers and some messages. Same like what used to have the wired telephone in our houses. So they just created a hands-free replica with mobility. That was mobile phone. But this mobile phone will be hooked up to internet and it will be more predominantly supporting AI-based applications or internet-based application. That was the industrial outlook and industry analysis was required. And who did that analysis? They migrated to smartphone era and their business model became sustainable. So don't look right now in a short-term basis about your business plan, about your product. Make a product which look beyond 5 years, 10 years. Make a unique product which can be a disruption to the present market trends. That is what industry analysis required. Audience research. Everybody wanted a replacement to the big computers, desktop computers. So laptop came. Now mobile up to certain extent, up to the great extent doing the job of even laptop now. The laptop in hand. So You have to look for audience research also. So support your analysis of market analysis with the help of customer research also, demand research also, the nature of demand research also. And once you do all these things, there is a clear idea is established in your report that who is likely to buy the type of product or services you offer, your customer base. How you are adding more value, that is also established. And how do you beat your competitors? So what edge you have over your competitors, what value you are adding for the customers, and who are your customer base. These are the three very critical output of any market analysis in the world. How you beat your competitors, what extra you are giving to customer, and who will be your customers. So this will be established through market analysis section. Products and services. Without a winning product or service, you will lose time and money and the business can collapse. Now, talk specifically about your product and services, what you are giving. Write a little detail about your product. What advantage you are bringing, what value addition you are bringing. Demonstrate that your product or your service is not a cosmetic change to the prevailing market. Don't say that you are making a mobile phone like others are making, but you made a good packing so it will attract the customer. See, once the packing is opened inside mobile, which they are going to use if the same type, who will buy your mobile many times? So, or you can say, no, look, my mobile is very good cover I designed for my mobile. Okay, that's very good. But what are the features? What additional features you are bringing to your mobile? Because the cosmetic changes may not be a sustainable business product model or the services model. So bring a value, demonstrate your product and services is bringing a sustainable value addition to the society or to the customers. Demonstrate that. Don't demonstrate cosmetic developments. Demonstrate value addition properties demonstration. This section describes what the product or services you offer is and how it will directly benefit its intended customer. Direct benefit to the customer. Demonstrate that. Value addition, what it will do. Why your customer, how your customer will get benefited by your product. What problem you are solving for your customer. Problem solver. If you plan to patent a product or copyright work, it is important to include that information in this section too. Remember, we talk of copyright and patent, correct? So that is very important. If you are having a solution to it, if you have a solution and you have a really great solution, which nobody is having it, and you have a chance of stealing or hijacking, please go for copyright. It gives a big benefit to the big confidence to the investor, because the first question investor asked that, oh, why it cannot be copied by others? Tell me. Correct? So because they want to gain a confidence that they're investing into the right thing, which is sustainable in the market, which nobody else can copy it. So this is how your product and services stream has to support the business plan definition here. Marketing strategy. You have to mention what is your marketing strategy. marketing strategy is one of the key pillars of a business model. So demonstrate that what should be your marketing strategy for this product. You may create a unique product, but it will not move from your shelf. It will not move from your warehouse if you don't have a sustainable, market-oriented, market growth-oriented marketing strategy. So without sales, a company won't be able to earn revenue. That's a very fundamental statement. That's true also. The marketing strategy helps business owners describe how they intend to reach their potential client, how to retain them. This is a very important statement. That reaching to your customer is one thing, but retaining him, retention ratio, to maintain a good retention ratio for your customer is also very, very important. Remember this point. Because if you are not able to retain your customer, you could be having a good turnaround, good turnover. But at the same time, retention ratio should be very high. That retention ratio will up to the great extent, will help you to create the brand image for your product and services. So you must define clearly who are your potential clients and how you are retaining them. What services are planned? What after-sales services are planned for your customers? What connect you have after selling the product? It's not only 1 year guarantee warranty is a great connect. No, that is just a confidence. But how you are connecting with them. And this gives a confidence to the investor that you have a system where you are online connected with your customers and you are 24/7 able to hear the feedback from your customer so that you can improvise your product and your services. Connect with the market, connect with the customer, connect with the individual users. Your strategy should demonstrate that. It is important to truly understand your audiences. When I say audiences, means your customer or your demand curve. So that's the most important thing, that how do you understand them? How you demonstrate your understanding. And this strategy, marketing strategy, will be one of the most success, marketing plan. This will help you create a marketing plan to get the most success from a given budget. There is always an allocation budget for your marketing strategy. There's no doubt about it. There's a marketing campaign, marketing plan, correct? But how you get best out of it, how you are successful to reach to each of your customer within the given budget, also you have to demonstrate. It does not mean that if you are not able to sell your product and you double your marketing budget, that is not a solution. You have to look on your marketing strategy that why it is not effective, or in another term, what marketing strategy you are putting up, how effective it is. Conventional methods of marketing, hoardings, newspaper and all blah, 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 blah. See, the customer need a innovation even in marketing. So that innovation needs to be demonstrated in your marketing strategy. Operations and management. Explain who will run your company and how it will be structured. Very important point. Because when it is coming to operation, who is going to run your operations? Who is going to run your company? And how it will be structured? Which matrix? Horizontal matrix, vertical matrix? What is your organization structure? The legal structure of the entity will be important in describing why various key roles, positions are needed, and how each person experience will be contributed to overall success of your venture. Show the organization chart. Who are the key role positions allocated? They are industry experts, they are inline experts, or they have a great success story. Because the great success story with an individual gives a confidence to the investor, or we'll go to investor at a second stage, but the first stage, bringing the right person at right place increases the chance of success to the very high degree. So you have to demonstrate in your organization chart who is going to run the operations, who is going to run the company, and how each person experience or expertise is able to succeed your venture, your enterprise. And even feel free to include resumes of key personnel in this section. That's a very great strength. That the person to whom you are writing, probably you are bringing somebody from some other country. I'm just giving an example, correct? So your audience or your customers or your investors, they may not be aware about him. So you have to add a resume for him. What was his success story? What was his growth story? Show it through his resume. You will also want to brush up on great ways to improve operational strategy and select what you feel would work best for your company. Operational strategy and selection of operational strategy is also very important. And just to add here, because we have seen marketing strategy before, we have seen the operation and management strategy now here, correct? One of the recent trend in the industry is supply chain management. Supply chain management is a great inclusive management stream which starts from raw material to reaching the finished good to the customer hands. I have not specifically mentioned in this presentation right now here, but you can add a section on supply chain management also in your business plan, that how overall supply chain management will be managed in your business plan. Sourcing of raw material, collecting the raw material, transporting to the manufacturing premises, producing the final goods, sending it to distributors, sending it to the retailers, and finally to the customers. And if it is an export-oriented unit, sea transport, air transport. So it is supply chain management is inclusive of operations, logistics, marketing, distribution. So you can add a supply chain management section also in your business plan. Financial planning, very important. Without finance, you cannot run the business model, correct? Money is essential, but not all, okay? If you have money, we discussed yesterday. If you're in our previous session, I'm sorry, that if you have a money, okay, but if you have no motivation, that money is of no use, okay? So financial planning is essentially required, and that need to be demonstrated in your business plan. Proper business planning requires accurate forecasting. Correct. Accurate forecasting is mandatory. Financial planning will be necessary component to success, particularly in first few years of a business. Yes, that is very important. When you are not scaling up your business in the beginning, you are on the growth curve. First, you are on the development curve. Then you are on the growth curve. And then you are going to a great scalable curve. So in the beginning of few years, it's very important because you don't want to run your business out of the finances. You don't want to burn your money so that you land up in a situation where you are facing a financial challenges. Forecast next 5 years will look like financially, include the projections. Make a projections, try to make a projection to give the investor a confidence for next 5 years. And 5 years, initially 5 years financial forecast is good enough to give a confidence because in those 5 years, normally you at the end of the 5 years or after 3 years time, you can revisit your financial plans, and that you can establish based on that your growth curve and your scalable curve according to. But before that, the first 5 years should give a confidence. Cash flow statements, balance sheet, income statements, and capital expenditure budget. This first 5 year will demonstrate when you start making the profit. Okay, like at the point where your break even is coming and when you start making the profit. So that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing for any business model, to indicate the cash flow statement, the balance sheet, so the investor can see that your payback, your break even is coming after 18 months, 16 months, 14 months, 22 months, correct? So accordingly, it will be an attractive point for your investors. And then rate of returns are established. All those things are there. Include graph and chart for clarity. Yes, that's very important. Finances can make or break an organization, so it's best to sort out the financial planning earlier. I told you, you don't run out of the cash flow. So demonstrate that financial planning is very important to make sure that we do the right thing at right time and we are always capital supported. Need not to be necessary, but a third eye review, cold eye review is essential. And when you do a cold eye review, you hire any firm from outside, financial firm, to do an analysis for you or to validate your business plan. Sorry, to financial plan. So you can even hire a firm from the industry who can check your cash flow analysis, or they can do a cash flow analysis for you. So that is a critical section of the report, financial planning. So let me just briefly say one of the famous quotes by Yogi Berra, that if you don't know where you are going, you will end up somewhere else. The meaning is that you make your business plan so strong, define your path, growth curve so clearly, define your milestone, intermediate milestone, final milestone so clearly that you know where you are proceeding for. And if you don't do that, you will be landing up at somewhere else or the place which you are not thought of. So that's the thing which a business plan is expected to do. Now we talked of a business plan write-up, a broad guidelines. Okay, please include supply chain management also into your business plan, because that is an industry trend now. Okay, don't forget to do that when you're writing a business plan. Now, what are the common business plan mistakes? We should know. We should always learn that what the common mistakes are done in doing the things. Because always when you do something, there are always mistake happens. I will say not mistakes. It's a course of correction. Okay, so what are the normal corrections overlooked or not realized while writing the mistakes, while writing the business plan, correct? So what are that actually? Unrealistic financial projections. To attract the investor, you are putting up some unrealistic financial projections. Please don't do that. Be realistic. Because remember one point. In the beginning, you may get angel investor with 5%, 10% equity stakeholder, less than 10% equity sell-off. But you are also putting up your lot of capital into it, your time into it. So don't play with your money and with your time. So make sure you put a great, most realistic financial projections. Write what is possible. Then see how we can scale it, how we improvise it. But don't make it unrealistic financial projections. Not defining the target audience. Be clear who is going to buy. Overhype. Don't, overarching is good in the vision and mission statement. But to meet the overarching in vision and mission statement, you have to really put a realistic data to reach up to that point. If something can be reached in 10 years or 7 years or 8 years, don't try to show that in the next 3 years. Because it required mammoth of things to grow. Bad research, yes, that is one of the most critical parameters. Bad research means you are allowing more unknowns to remain in your business model. There are two things, known or unknowns. Bad research indicate you are still having many unknowns in your business model, and which is adding the risk to your business model. No focus on your competition. Please capture all your competitor. Don't leave anybody. Oh, he's a small competitor having 0.5% market share. He is not a threat. Don't worry. By the time you grow your business, that 0.5% fellow can become 30% market share fellow. So, understood, do a good competition on your competitor. Huh? Try to find out their scalable plans also with ethical methods. Hiding your weaknesses. Don't hide your weaknesses. Right, SWOT analysis is there. Right weaknesses so that you can work upon it. Not knowing your distribution channels. I told you that. Part of supply chain management. Work very hard on supply chain management. Try to work in just-in-time business model. Including too much information. In the beginning itself, I said, don't write a novel. Write to the point, but don't miss any important thing. Poor executive summary. If you have a poor executive summary, you will not be able to attract any of your investor or a key stakeholder. Too long, same, like too much information. Too long, don't make it a long thing. Not backing up what you say. That's the most important thing. When you write a business report, you must know that what you're writing should be supported with the right, proper evidence and document. If there are market research, attach market research. Don't worry about the attachments and backup documents. If your attachment and backup documents are 300 pages to that report, that's okay. But the main business plan report contents should be not big long. But supporting documents, yes, they are most welcome because they are the great strength of your business plan. That indicates that because if there's a market research report of 300 pages, please refer that. And that is an attachment and appendix to your report, business plan report. Sloppy mistakes, that is okay. Make sure that it's not in the same condition, okay? Grammatical errors, poor formattings and all. It should be well presentable format on the business plan, okay? Because it is reaching to the audience.